And if someone is spending over £150 on a dress, believe me, they would want to know. They would want to know the fabric composition of that garment. So packaging is something that if you are looking to invest for your brand, just put a lot of money to the side, because more often than not, the MOQs on these websites are really, really high. So welcome back to the channel. This week in this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys where I get all of my packaging materials for my brand Kim Dave. These range from branded labels to care labels to swing tags to tissue, packaging boxes, poster boxes, stickers, thank you cards, business cards, all that good stuff. I'm going to be sharing where I get these materials, and I'm going to be showing you some of my own brand packaging as well, so it gives you some sort of like inspiration moving into the new year. I try to stick with like eco-friendly, biodegradable materials because it's just something that my brand stands for, and I think a lot more creative and designers should, keep that as top priority on their list when they are deciding on whether or not they should be sustainable as a brand. So let's get straight into these materials. All links are going to be in the description box down below for anyone who wants to check out these companies, and let's jump straight into this. Alright, so I have my laptop here with all of the websites and links. There are a total of 9 websites here, and I'm just going to like go from number 1 all the way to 9, show you any products I have from the website, what the price range is like, if they ship internationally, and all that good stuff. So the first company that I use like a lot is Tiny Box Company, and on there you can get like plain and branded packaging materials. So from postal boxes, retail boxes, tissue, stickers, even like ribbons, anything that you would need to make packing your garments look really pretty in terms of packaging. This one, so this is about it's slightly bigger than A4, it's slightly smaller than A3, and it has a lid and a bottom base, and it's just a plain white box. And I ended up putting my sticker in the front just to give it a bit more branding, but this is what I would use to pack my garments, my more expensive garments. So if someone places an order on the website for a custom dress or one of my really popular like bomber jackets, I would often wrap it in tissue and put it in here before putting it in the postal box. So that is the first thing I get from Tiny Box. This is very affordable. I think each set is about £2. I stand corrected, I'll put the right price on the screen, but that is the first piece of packaging I get from Tiny Box. Also from Tiny Box I get a smaller packaging that looks like this. This is what you call a pillowcase envelope, because if you look at it from the side, it's slightly chunkier in the middle and then slim on the side, and has this like oval shaped closure on both sides like that. So this I would use for like smaller things like my scrunchies, my scarves, my scrunchie making kits, things that I know would be too big to put into like an A4 and A3 box. I would often put in this one, and because it's cardboard, I just need to wrap my item, put it in here, and attach the address label on the back, put some tape to finish off and close the ends. And I just think this is such a cool replacement for your typical A4 envelopes. I also get my big brown postal box from Tiny Box. This is the one that I would put my white 2-piece box into. And the way that works is I would like put the garment in a white box, wrap the white box in tissue, and then place it in here. And this is the one that I would like put my address label and take to the post office or whatever courier service I am using. So the next place I've started shopping on recently is called Kilby Packaging, and this website is great if you're looking to buy like a lot of packaging boxes, tissue, because your minimum order quantity I believe is 50. So 50 is the least amount that you can buy from this website, but because you're buying so much, the unit price ends up becoming really little, like about £1 or 150 per unit, whether it's a box, whether it's tissue, or whatever item you're getting from them. So recently I got my really big, this is slightly bigger than the last brown one I showed you, because I noticed towards the end of, I would say towards the end of November, I started to get orders that would be like three garments or 2 garments, and it wouldn't really fit in my white box, so I knew I needed to get a box that was slightly bigger. This one I would say is about A3 size, because that's how big it is. It's one of those boxes that is very easy to assemble. Once it's assembled, this is what it looks like. and I'll just wrap my piece up in there in some tissue, close it off like this, and I will just put my brand sticker to finish or to close it off on this end like that, or put some tape and attach the address label on the front. And this is like sort of my largest poster box at this point. And the good thing about this one, and because of the way it is created, is I almost don't need to put the piece in the white box if it's one of those orders that is maybe 2 sewing kits or a beret and a kit, you know, those things that I can't really put in the white box, but it needs to go in the poster box and it's the same order. I just needed something of this size. In the same sort of style, I got a smaller box that is sort of the same assembly mechanism, but it's slightly smaller, not slightly, a whole lot smaller than that one. And I found that for the smaller size, I'm able to pack like my DIY kits, like my scrunchie making kits, my hairband kits, my berets, things that would be too small to put in here and would just fit perfectly in there. So that's sort of like the hierarchy of size. You need to have something that is really small, something that's sort of medium, and something that is large. And if you can afford, get something that is extra large as well to take your really big orders. So the third website I would highly recommend is called Hallmark Labels, and they are really good if you want to get like high-end, very professional looking branded packaging boxes. I haven't used them personally. I was actually going to use them to make like branded Kim Dave poster boxes, but their MOQ is I think 1,000 units, and I've not quite reached that point yet, so I just put a hold on them. But I've seen good examples of boxes they've made. I know Canoms, which is like a very well-known British brand that does beautiful embellished blazers. I think they made some of their like packaging materials with them, so I just checked that out, checked out their website. They are very like quick to respond to emails and like DMs as well. So if you're looking to get branded boxes that have that like really clean, sleek finish, I would recommend Hallmark Labels, but just know that you need to buy a lot in one go. Like the MOQ is really high. So moving on to the next one, this one is called Pack Help, and they are really amazing if you're looking to get sort of like eco aesthetic packaging. So if you're looking to get like brown sellotape but has like your brand name on it, clear sellotape with your brand name on it, packaging boxes with your brand name on it, or with like really cool designs, Pack Help is really cool for that. But like every other like packaging wholesale website, you need to get a lot. I know for like the tape, you have to buy it, I think 6 or like 30 units. That's like the minimum order quantity. So packaging is something that if you are looking to invest for your brand, just put a lot of money to the side, because more often than not, the MOQs on these websites are really high. So next up is Vistaprint. Vistaprint I love for branded stickers, thank you cards, business cards. I find that we're using Vistaprint, by the time I order like 100 pieces of say thank you cards, it works out to be less than £20, which I would say in my opinion is a really good deal. So I get my thank you cards, my business cards, and my brand stickers from Vistaprint. So this is my brand stickers, is simple white with the Kim Dave logo across like this. This I've been using for I would say over a year, because I got these when I launched my first collection October last year, and it came in a tube like this with like sheets with the stickers just attached like that. And I've been using these for so long. They hold really well, like the sticky side on them really holds down things. And this I would often use to close like tissue when I'm packing garments, or attach on my poster boxes just to add a little bit of branding to the boxes. Is my thank you cards. This has the campaign image from my first collection on the front, which has Soraya and Ivana looking fabulous on there, and then on the back it just has like a short message, store link, Instagram, email, and all that good stuff. This I would just put on top of like a wrapped garment before closing it up. It's like a nice way to just, you know, say thank you to the client for placing their order. So the next website that I actually found because the brand reached out to me for a collaboration, I think it was January last year, is Wonder Label. I think they're based somewhere in Europe, but I know they ship internationally. You just sort of have to like choose your country before you start shopping, because then it changes the currency and it just gives you like the clear shipping rates depending on where you are. So from Wonder Label, I get my brand labels, I get my swing tags that would come with like a string that I can attach to the label of the garment. I get my size labels, I get some of my care labels, as well as my branded ribbon from them. So this is the branded label I get from Wonder Label. It is a woven one that has the edge. I think the edges are heat cut, so the edges don't unravel. It's nice and smooth on the top. But I've actually had a client say that she found it to be a bit scratchy on her neck. So just keep that in mind if you're looking to get these. Some people wouldn't mind it, but someone who is sensitive to touch might find the edges to be a bit scratchy for them. From Wonder Label, I also get my swing tag. So my swing tag just has Kim Dave in the front, and on the back I would like attach a sticker that has the name of the product and the price if I'm doing a pop-up, but normally I just leave it blank, and the front just has Kim Dave on here, and it comes with a black string. I just think the fact that it comes with a black string just makes it look very professional. So it comes with a black string, and this I would just like loop around my branded label on the back of the garments and just, you know, close it off, and it just makes it look like you actually put a lot of thought and effort into packing your piece. So from Wonder Label, I also get my branded ribbons. This comes in, I think, 100 meters a roll. I got 2 rolls and I'm already on my second one, because these I would actually use when I am packing the fabrics in my DIY kits. So I would cut like small bits of material and fold them and then tie them up using this ribbon. The fact that it just says Kim Dave on it just makes it look really professional rather than using blank ribbon. This comes in a black satin and has the brand name printed on it, so it's not a woven material. It's like a satin that has your brand name printed on the front, just on one side. So I also get my care labels from Wonder Label, and what a care label is, and it's something that I just thought I would include in my garments because of the type of materials I work with. So a care label has your brand name, where your product was made, and the composition of the fabric, as well as how to take care of the garment. Now this is something you can skip as a brand if you're just starting out, but if you're selling products that are more on the expensive side, I always tell people to get care labels so the client knows how to take care of the garment. They don't have the time to be going on your website all the time to be checking, oh, how do I take care of this? If you're selling pieces that are above 150 pounds, above 200 pounds, I highly recommend you get care labels, and they are very inexpensive to make, and it will just put your mind at ease because you know you've put the instructions on there of how to take care of the garment, what the composition is. And if someone is spending over 150 pounds on a dress, believe me, they would want to know the fabric composition of that garment. So the next place I've actually used is Contrado. Contrado is, I think they're based in the UK, and they have such a beautiful website with everything easy to find, easy to navigate. But I'd say Contrado is slightly on the higher side in terms of pricing. On Contrado, you can get like custom printed fabrics, branded swing tags, branded clothing labels. You can also get things already made for you. So you can have like bomber jackets, bags. You just need to add like your graphic or whatever design you want, and they will just make it and send it to you. You can get custom face masks, you can get like a whole lot of things, but just know that the pricing is on the higher side compared to these other websites that I mentioned earlier on. So I think my first swing tag were from Contrado because I don't know, I just found them first and I used them first, and they come with like a red ribbon that you can tie to your label of your garment. My first clothing label was from Contrado as well, but after I found like another website that had like a better deal in terms of pricing, I made the switch from Contrado. The next place I would say I love to go because they have a physical shop is London Trimmings. And London Trimmings is perfect. Ooh, perfect if you're looking for buttons, zips, even like branded labels and care labels. And the amazing thing about them is everything is wholesale price, so you know it is cheaper. you sort of have to be like a business to go there, because it will ask you for like your VAT number and all that good stuff, but you can still get like smaller minimum order quantities. I have been using them to get like the stoppers for the end of my strings for my garments, buttons for my garments, because by the time I just count like 20 pieces of that zip or that button, it just makes more sense in terms of price, because their prices are sort of like wholesale. So London Trimmings also stock size labels, and they sell them in rolls like this, which work out to be a whole lot cheaper. I think a roll sells for about 25 to 30 pounds, and you get so many size labels in there. So this one, for example, you just cut off at this end, you fold it, and then you stitch it onto your garment. So the last website I'll recommend for like plain packaging material like tissue or ribbon or like sellotape and things like that is Amazon. Amazon often has like really great deals in terms of like buying blank tissue, blank sellotape, blank boxes that you know you can add your own branding to make it more, you know, personal to you. I found that I would use Amazon for like last minute like things like sellotape, things like blank tissue, and they just work out to be like fairly reasonable in terms of pricing. But if I'm being very honest, I would often go to like my Tiny Box or my Wonder Level or my Kilby to get all of these packaging things, because the pricing just works out to be a lot more reasonable and sensible. But if you know of any other websites where you can get like wholesale packaging, branded packaging, branded materials, please share in the comment section down below. Share any other suggestions, thoughts and ideas you might have. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Until my next video, have a good morning, afternoon or evening wherever you are. Bye.